I'm Candace Mumm, Council President Pro Tem, sitting in for our Council President Brian Beggs. And we wanted to do some interviews that we needed to take care of today before our briefing. But first, we need to take roll call. Madam Clerk.
Council President Pro Tem Mumm.
Here.
Councilmember Burke.
Here.
Councilmember Cathcart.
Present.
Councilmember Kinnear.
Present.
Councilmember Stratton.
Here.
Councilmember Wilkerson.
Present.
Let the record reflect that Council President Beggs is absent.
Today, we want to welcome Abby Baker, and I see she's on with us today. And she is a candidate for the Spokane Human Rights Commission, and we want to welcome her today. Hello, Abby.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you. We would love to hear a little bit about you and tell us why you're interested in the Human Rights Commission.
Yeah, so my name's Abby. I'm 17. I go to Lewis and Clark High School. I'm born and raised in Spokane. And so I've been involved in activist work for a few years. I started during the kind of Parkland shooting time. I was in middle school at Sacagawea, and I led a walkout with a few friends, and so we faced some pushback from the district, but we were able to go through with it. So that's kind of how I got involved. And since then, I've been working with Planned Parenthood and the Peace and Justice Action League, and other organizations just to do some activist work in Spokane. So I'm interested in this position. Because I'm passionate about equality, and also I would love to get into government later in life, and so this would be a great opportunity for me to kind of learn the ropes there. And yeah, that's most of it.
Great. Well, I'm sure a couple council members have some questions for you. Who would like to go first? Councilmember Stratton.
Hi there. First, I want to say thank you for wanting to get involved. We need more young people jumping in and getting to the community and helping make Spokane a greater place to live. If you had one wish that could be granted as far as one change in Spokane you'd like to see immediately, what would it be?
I think right now our homelessness is a huge issue in Spokane. So I'd love for there to be more accessible housing and more programs for those people here. But there are lots of changes I'd like to make, so that's just one.
Thank you. That was a good answer.
Councilmember Kinnear.
Thank you. First of all, thanks for volunteering. That's really important to get involved in your community, so thank you very much. What do you do when you're not in school? What are your hobbies? What are your interests other than being an activist? You have interests. What are they?
Well, outside of that, I love writing, so I do some just poetry in my free time. And then I'm running the Ponderosa Journal at Lewis and Clark, which is a literary magazine for the district. So I'm really excited about that. And then for a while, I hosted a radio show on KYRS. I'm done with that now, but I did that for quite a while. So yeah, and then just friends and family.
That's great. That's what Councilmember Mumm and I are going to do when we're done here. We're going to go on to radio. Thank you.
And Councilmember Stratton and I are going to start a sing-along show. Councilmember Wilkerson.
First of all, Abigail, again, welcome. And I just want to say you are a spark of inspiration for us today to remind us that we can come engaged at any time in our life around any issue that makes us passionate and want to make the world a better place. So I look forward to working with you going forward and hearing more of your ideas.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Anyone else? Well, Abby, thank you for making time for us today. And, did you have something, Kate? Okay. And we will make that appointment at an upcoming meeting you don't need to attend, or we'll vote on that anyway. We'll let you know. Any other questions
Thank
for
you so
us?
much.
Yeah. Did you have any questions for us? Great. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye. All right. We will turn this over to City Attorney Mike Ormsby for our Advanced Council agenda briefing.
Thank you, Council President Pro Tem Mum and members of the council. On the administrative session, the consent agenda next week, we have a number of items. The first is a proposed contract extension for the waste energy facility, and Chris Avert is here to brief this item.
Good afternoon. Today I'm seeking approval for a one-year contract renewal with DECO Inc. for air emissions testing to ensure regulatory compliance at the waste energy facility. This is a one-year contract not to exceed $115,000, including tax. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. The next item is a proposed contract amendment impacting PM Web, and Mike Sloan, our IT director, is here to present this item.
Thank you, Mr. Ormsby. Good afternoon, council members. I am 496-16 is a contract for PM.
Our IT guy is having connectivity problems. Can you try that again, Mike?
Package for PM Web environment. So as released from PM Web used to improvement hearing in there and verify that the functionality that they've and any new updates don't bring down the current production.
Hey, Mike,
system.
we can't hear you.
So I want to
Mr. Ormsby, do you want to summarize? I think we got
Mike, we're
some
having
of
some
that.
technical issues. We can only pick up about every third word.
Yeah, maybe turn off your camera and see if that helps anything.
get it.
Yeah.
Much better.
Perfect.
Yes.
And actually,
Yes,
you look better too in your picture.
Thank you. That's a few years ago. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to work from home today, so limited from way up north here. So if I may restart, we're asking for the approval to purchase development package for PM Web. This is a product that will allow integrated capital management engineering to test any new releases of PM Web to ensure the functionality that they put into the system works correctly and doesn't bring down production. This is a one-time purchase. It does add a $2,000 a year maintenance fee, but this one-time purchase is covered by the two departments, so asking for your approval on that. So any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Next, we have a proposed contract for drainage swale rehabilitation, and Raylene Jeanette is here to present this item.
Good afternoon, council members. Yeah, this is a contract with National Native American Construction for some rehabilitation on drainage swales up on Tacoma Drive and Jamie Court, and it's for $115,768. Do you have any questions?
Hi, I do. This is Candace. I'm just wondering, what part of town is that? And can you just give us a little more detail?
Sure, that's up there in the kind of the Indian Trail area. Pacific Park is Jamie Court, and Tacoma Drive is, I think, off the Shawnee.
So there's been some flooding problems in that area. I don't know if that's part of it. And the reason I bring this up is because sometimes they are not built correctly by the developer and we have to go in and fix it. Is that one of these situations?
So, I'll say 3, maybe 4 years ago, we had a pretty good 100-year storm up there. We've had a few of them up there, but we identified we had a couple washouts over some hillsides, through some swimming pools, et cetera, et cetera. We did a study of some of the issues that were in that area in the most hardest hit, more meaning and right there where they were overflowing more or less. And these were identified, so we're trying to bring them back into the standards for when they were built. Integrated Capital also has a project that's going to be starting looking in that general area for more of drainage issues, because we have identified that there is issues there. A lot of it does have to do with the swales. Either homeowners have filled them in, or it could be they just weren't installed correctly 30 years ago. They've just grown so much that they just need some attention. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, if there is some new construction up there in Indian Trail, but I just, we only bond usually for a short period of time to get that money back. But we have seen design flaws. Yeah, I know homeowners sometimes fill them in too, but sometimes it's just they're not designed for the right capacity. And certainly the homeowners have lost quite a bit, landscaping and even damage to their homes because of the poor design. I just want to make sure that if we can be made whole in any way, let's just keep that on the radar. Maybe you're in touch with legal, but.
Absolutely, and a lot of these areas are very developed already, so there's no going back on the contractor. We always say, what's the emergency exit route? Because the water's going to find its way, and we've seen it that maybe a developer put a house there or something has happened, changed, that emergency route not available anymore for it. So we need to construct something, work something out. So that would be some of the stuff I think ICA would also looking at.
Well, I'll look forward to that larger discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item is an item that I think will be of interest to most of the council members, as the council has been very involved in this project, and it's a proposed interlocal agreement between the city and Spokane Public Schools relative to traffic calming on Cook Street involving the reconstructed Shaw Junior High and the new library. And Elizabeth Shadle from Legal is here to brief this item.
Good afternoon, Council. I think Mr. Ormsby did a great introduction. This item is an interlocal agreement between Spokane Public Schools and the city for the Cook Street traffic calming project. It's reimbursement costs associated with the traffic calming between Shaw Middle School and the library campus in Northeast Spokane between Rockwell and Garland Avenue. The reimbursement amount is $721,316.57. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Next, we have the recommended low bid on another project that council has been very involved in, traffic calming. And Kyle Tuig, our Director of Engineering Services, is here to present this item. Kyle?
Good afternoon, City Council members. Item number 5 is a low bid of Bacon Concrete Incorporated of Spokane, Washington, for the Cycle 8 traffic calming project for the amount of $805,039. An administrative reserve of 10% would be set aside. We received 4 bids on the project, and this came in just under engineer's estimate. Any questions?
Hi, Kyle. Our neighborhoods have been waiting for these. When can we actually anticipate construction?
Usually, I'd have to estimate it'll probably be about 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh.
That may not be the exact time. There's so many dispersed sites, so I can't say that your neighborhood will be in that amount of time, but we should have the contract around in the next couple of weeks, and then another 2 weeks for pre-con, and a little bit of startup time, but we'll get going here, I'd say roughly about the 1st of August.
So you think they can get done this year?
I do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle. Next is the proposed contract extension for the Guardians Foundation for shelter services at the Cannon Street Shelter. And Brenda, I may mispronounce your name, so I'll apologize in advance. But Brenda Schreiber is here to present this item.
Good afternoon, Council. Brenda Shriver here with CHHS. And CHHS requests permission to extend and increase Guardian Foundation current contract at Cannon Shelter for 90 days. Any questions?
Councilmember Kinnear.
Thank you. I just want to make sure that we're extending the contract. There's no requirement to go back out to bid because we've had problems with that before. So can you assure us that that is not the case?
Currently, there is a RFP for the Cannon Street Shelter, and that is out until July 2nd. And the RFP is for a warming center as well as a day center. And this contract with Cannon Street extends the shelter for 90 days so that we can provide a continuity of services for those clients until a new provider can be selected to go into Cannon Street.
And so there will not be any issues with this. That's what I'm trying to get to.
We are hoping there are no issues with those.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
Next we have two items relating to the Treasury Rental Assistance Program, which the Council again has been involved in, and this has been previously discussed. But Kelsey Martin from CHHS is here to present this item to the Council for hopeful adoption next week.
Good afternoon. CHHS released an RFP in May for the next round of Treasury rental assistance. This tranche was for approximately $9.1 million passed through Washington State Department of Commerce. The CHHS board reviewed the proposals and recommends funding and entering into contract with two agencies, Family Promise of Spokane and Live Stories. CHHS is requesting permission to move forward with the board's recommendation and fund both Family Promise and Live Stories at the following levels: Family Promise at $2.4 million and Live Stories at $6.6 million. Additionally, the associated SBO is on the advanced agenda today, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Councilmember Stratton.
Just a quick question, Kelsey. Do you know the plan for communicating all of this information out to the public when they're ready to start looking at funding and accepting applications for funds?
Yeah, the two recommended agencies are two of the ones that are currently administering funds. And so right now the city's website is putting a pause on those agencies because the current funding is anticipated to be fully allocated. And so when that, if approved, the city's communication will open up the current funding.
So it would just be Gecko and Family Promise. So when we get calls, then we would know where to forward people to call or websites to get to, right?
Correct, because both of those agencies are currently funded, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Councilmember Kinnear, then Councilmember Cathcart.
I just want to make sure, I heard you say, Kelsey, I heard you say on the website, I want to make sure that we're doing other outreach for those people who don't have access to internet or to a computer so that they know that this is available. However we can do that, I think it's important that we do that.
Yeah, both of those agencies are doing a lot of outreach, both in person as well as via social media and all avenues possible that they can get the word out to, especially to the underserved communities.
So, and Kelsey, I don't know if you know the answer to this. Maybe somebody can get back to me. I'd love to know exactly how much we've allocated now for rental assistance. I want to say it's somewhere around $16 million. And maybe that's off. I'd love to get a firm number on that. And then also, if there's a way to just get some routine updates on money that's gone out, how much, how quickly, what the demo is of the folks who've received the money, and really so we can get a sense of, how we're tackling the folks who need the assistance. I think that'd be really beneficial if we could get some updates like that.
Yeah, definitely. Our first round of reporting should be able to be available to you early July. And so I can definitely send that out. And as far as the total allocated out to date, I can get back to you on that number as well. I don't have the exact number with me, but there's so many rounds of funding that have happened and that are going to be happening, so I can get you a to-date number.
Councilmember Wilkerson.
Thank you, Chelsea. Just a comment. So these monies will be going out. My concern is the moratorium ends the end of June, and we need to really have a discussion about that if the money's not even out there yet to the people who need it.
Yes, definitely. We are working through all of the applications, and unfortunately the applications that are out there now that have been applied for, I believe is all but, allocated to date. And so we're hoping to get this money refunded to these agencies so that they can get it out the door as soon as possible.
Councilmember Wilkerson, is that something you'd like an update on for your next finance meeting, or would that be more appropriate under urban development?
Well, I think urban development's going to come up first, so I don't want to wait till the middle of July. So Councilmember Stratton would make a note that we can have that discussion then. Perfect. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
I think along with...
Go ahead, Councilmember Burke.
Thank you. I think just along with that, I think we should maybe have a discussion on that agenda about possibly extending the moratorium until the money gets out, or something around that, just because that could be a catastrophe in our city. So we have the funds, they're almost out there, so if we can fill that gap, that would be really helpful. So.
Great comment. Any other comments or questions on this item? All right, thank you.
Thank you. Then moving on to the final two items. The first is the report of the mayor on pending claims, including all city operations and separating out parks and libraries. And then the final placeholder on the agenda is a place to list the approval of council meeting minutes, and all those blanks will be completed prior to next week's meeting. Moving to the legislative agenda, Kelsey had previously talked about the first item relating to the special budget ordinance, and Cassie Brown, also from CHHS, is here to brief the council on this item. Cassie?
Good afternoon, Council. So Kelsey just briefed you on the Treasury Rental Assistance Program item of the subaward recommendation. And this item I'm talking about is the special budget ordinance that just filled in our budget capacity in one of our funds so that we can put the money out to the providers in the contractual services line item. And then also allocates $221,000 for administration of the program for staff support.
So Cassie, just the $221,000 seemed like a lot. That's at least a couple of FTEs. Can you kind of explain where we came up with that number?
Sure. We took, on average, what has been spent to administer a rental assistance program so far, because we do already have, some of the program running. And then we took that number, the average, and went all the way through July 31st of 22. So that's over a year in advance. But we want to lock that down in our fund so that we don't have to come back to you guys, again, and do a special budget ordinance so we have the money. We just needed to build it in. Mind you, the total amount of the grant is $9.261 million. So it's $221,000 for 2 FTEs through July of 22.
So I guess that's just the question, once we turn this over to the people managing it, wouldn't the oversight, would the oversight still need to continue at the level that it has been for the preparation of the RFP and all that?
The best part about the grant is that if we're not using that money, in the way that so far that staff has had to manage the program, then we can actually allocate any unused money out to the provider. So, there won't be money left just because we're not having to do as much hands-on work to manage the programs. If that's the case, then we evaluate every few months, and then that money goes out, gets split between those two awardees, and they can continue to put the money out in the community.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Not seeing any. We would then move to resolutions and final reading ordinances. First is a resolution that I believe was previously discussed by the council at a work session last week, but it as a resolution encouraging the creation of a strategy to deal with housing and homelessness, and Giacobbe Byrd is here to lead the discussion on this item.
Can I set him up first? Not that I'm going to set you up, but yes, I just want to preamble here. We did have this discussion. We got lots of comments during that meeting, and I want to thank Shay Blackwell for taking copious notes, sending them to Giacobbe, and they were incorporated into the version that you have in front of you. So all of your comments were aggregated, and Giacobbe did that today. So you're seeing updated version. I'll stop talking, Giacobbe. It's all yours.
No, that was great. The resolution, like Lori talked about on Thursday, is meant to create a comprehensive strategy to guide resource allocation on our dual crises of housing attainability and homelessness here in Spokane with very Spokane-specific approaches. And so I thank you guys all for your feedback, and again to Shay for taking diligent notes on it. I did send that updated version out to everybody this afternoon. It's my attempt to get everybody's feedback in there. I'm sure I missed things, so please send me any comments or edits to that draft that I sent out, ideally by this coming Wednesday at noon. That will allow me to get the clerk's office a copy of hopefully a somewhat final version of the resolution so that it can be included in next week's agenda packet so that the public can review it before next week's meeting. So this coming Wednesday at noon would be great, and the plan is for council to vote on a final draft of this at the June 28th meeting.
And the next item for discussion is a proposed resolution regarding revisions to the current downtown plan. And Nathan Gwynn, I believe, yes, is on the call to brief this item.
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon, Mr. Ormsby and council members. Nathan Gwynn with the City of Spokane Planning Department. And Resolution 2021-54 seeks changes to the downtown plan update, which is coming before the council next month. And the resolution outlines 11 items submitted by council co-sponsors, Council President Beggs and Councilmember Lori Kinnear, that they've filed for consideration. Of course, Council President Beggs is absent, so he and Councilmember Kinnear will have more for you when he returns next week. Councilmember Kinnear, I just have a few notes to share if that's all right with you.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you've discussed the resolution at a study session. There's a new corresponding attachment document following the resolution in the agenda packet. And that attachment document has corresponding text changes to the plan text. As a reminder, separate ordinance would be considered at a separate hearing that would be scheduled next month. And this would allow the council to consider the plan with the proposed changes incorporated and better awareness on the part of the public of these requested changes. So that's the thinking. People can find the draft plan posted on the city's project webpage. The webpage can be found on the city's website, searching Downtown Plan Update. And Councilmember Kinnear, anything to add? Thank you.
Yes, I just want to thank you for your hard work because this has taken years. We started it back when Don Kinder was still with the city. That was 3 years ago. We're finally finishing completion. I worked with DST to come up with some compromises and with the planning department so that we wouldn't continue to be at loggerheads on this, 2 points, actually. And Nate, I think we came up with some good compromises on that everybody could live with, the planning department and DST. So I'm confident that this is a good plan. It's going to sail through, and people are going to look at this, and it's not going to be one of those things you stick on the shelf, but it's going to be something that we can actually use, we can update. Just want to remind everybody that we have the opportunity to make change. We can make changes once a year, just like a comprehensive plan. So it's not a static piece of paper. It's something that's live. And we want to make sure that we revisit it often. If there's something that's not working, then we have the capacity to change it. So again, thanks, Nate. I appreciate all your hard work.
And then the next proposed final reading ordinance relates to a public hearing that is set to be conducted next week. And the council has discussed this previously, but Shauna Harshman is with us today from council staff. And Shauna may have additional items to brief related to the hearing and the adoption of the final reading ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Ormsby. I actually have no additional briefing material at this time. Open to questions if there are any from council.
Not seeing any. Thank you, Shauna, for being here this afternoon. Council President Pro Tem and members of the council, this would conclude the briefing on the advance agenda for next week.
Thank you so much. Is there a motion to approve the advanced agenda for June 28th?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? No abstentions. Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank
We'll now
you.
have the clerk read the consent agenda for today.
Reports, contracts, and claims. Number 1, contract renewal with Itron Incorporated, Liberty Lake, Washington, for meter reading support services, $19,932.72, including tax. Council sponsor, Number 2, low bid of Corridor Contractors, LLC, Spokane, for the Maple-Wellesley intersection, $432,547. An administrative reserve of $43,254.70, which is 10% of the contract price, will be set aside. North Hill neighborhood. Number 3, contract with Engineering Remediation Resources Group for the repair and rebuild of sand berms located at the police firing range, $112,551.70. Number 4, Continuum of Care Grantee Agreement amendments with Catholic Charities of Spokane for the redistribution of funds as approved by the Spokane City County Continuum of Care Board. For a Permanent Supportive Housing 2, increase $90,700, total agreement amount not to exceed $160,873. B, Permanent Supportive Housing Consolidation Program, decrease of $90,700, total agreement amount not to exceed $215,470. Number 5, acceptance of funding from the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs for the Washington Auto Theft Prevention Authority Program from July 1, 2021 through June 30, 2023, $279,377. This item relates to Special Budget Ordinance C 36067, which will be considered during the 6 p.m. legislative session. Number 6, contract with Mitchell Humphrey for annual maintenance and support of the city's financial management system from July 1, 2021 through June 30, 2022, $102,743.40, including tax. Number 7, contract with Acela as sole source for annual maintenance and support of the city's planning and licensing, permitting and licensing software from July 1, 2023 through June 30, 2021, $395,231.51, including tax. Contract amount for 2021, $194,791.28, including tax. Number 8, interlocal agreement with Spokane County and Spokane County Prosecutor to fund and staff the relicensing program for 2020, $8,922.90 revenue. Number 9, 3-year contract extension with Davies Claims Solutions, formerly ASC, to provide city claims management services through October 31, 2024, $1,005,000. Number 10, contract renewals for garment, linen rental, and laundry services for multiple city departments from July 1, 2021 through June 30, 2026 with A, ALSCO Incorporated, B, Aramark Uniform Services, C, Cintas Corporation number 3, and D, UniFirst Corporation. These are no dollar cap unit price contracts based on pricing schedule. Item number 11 was approved during the June 14, 2021 City Council briefing administrative session. Item number 12, report of the mayor of pending A, claims and payments of previously approved obligations, including those of Parks and Library through June 11, 2021. Total $10,856,314.05 with Parks and Library claims approved with respective boards. Warrants excluding Parks and Library total $9,576,142.09. B, payroll claims of previously approved obligations through June 12, 2021, $7,881,746.62. Item number 13, City Council meeting minutes for June 10, 2021.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Seeing no abstentions, consent agenda is approved. And we are done with our briefing this afternoon, and we will see you all at 6 p.m. tonight.
Thanks for using WebEx. Visit our website at www.webex.com.